Welcome back to the Dragon's Forge, where our goal as warriors seems damn near impossible to many, but it's not. Remember, extreme goals are going to require extreme discipline, unrelenting dedication. Now, conditioning in Kung Fu or any martial art is not for the weak. Keep this in mind. So, if you are not withholding your energy as a man and you're spilling this substance out, you're hurting yourself if you want to try to condition. You're not helping yourself anyway, even if you don't condition. All this essence is coming out, this masculine energy, your strength, your power, your creative life-giving force, draining out the lower spout. You're leaking, and this is weak. So if you're serious about conditioning, you're gonna wanna jump on that seed retention plan, all right? Because it's gonna help you. It's gonna make your body a lot tougher, a lot stronger. All the nutrients are going up into the brain now. You're becoming smarter, more aware. You pretty much develop superpowers. We'll get into that some other time. Powers of the mind. The same powers practiced by the ninja in Japan, handed down to them from the Moshu Nanrian, or the Chinese concept of a ninja, which goes back to the Hashim in India, or the Thuggee, the man on the mountain. Then you go back even further, you get into the Persians, Africa. This is ancient knowledge, okay? So you're gonna wanna retain your seed if you're serious about your martial art. Now, I'm not saying you never let it out. I'm saying that you be discerning, okay? And keep it in as long as you can while you're training. If you can go 7 days without spilling this fluid, you've separated yourself from the majority of men who are controlled by their urges, and they're depleted, walking around very emotional, having all these issues, awkward, because that masculine substance isn't there. They're empty. With that being said, when you start practicing retention, you're getting into what's called pugilism. Similar to what the Shaolin monks do, they are pugilists. Pugilism is giving up specific worldly desires to attain higher truths. Now in the temple, they give it up for their whole entire lives, but the rewards they reap are forever. Powerful abilities. Google the Shaolin warrior monks and just watch them in action. Watch them hitting these things, breaking stones, doing terrifying feats, spinning themselves around on razor-sharp spears. Check out Wheels of Life. This is all powered by seed retention. So keep this in mind. So now, when we get into actual conditioning responsibly, we're looking at all kinds of ways. We can condition our bodies on wood. We can condition our bodies on iron pellets. Fist, palm, chop, whatever. We can condition our bodies on sand. Sand represents a tough opponent. Heavy. We can condition our bodies on water. Slapping water. This is attacking the opponent's blood, right? Each method of conditioning teaches you to attack something different. Hitting on the wood is deeper. It's going to teach how to attack the bone, also the muscle, also the tendons. This is a cast iron plate. We get to a level where we work. This is getting into iron palm, iron fist, iron claw, whatever the specialty. So if we do basic iron hand or iron palm, we get the front and the backs of the hands. So it looks like this. We're gonna start light when we first get to the level of iron, and we're gonna pick it up. So over time, we're really making our hands hard. So the pattern is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, over time, this will calcify, making the hands hard. You can condition the crane's beak with this. You can condition the fist. You can condition the snake's hand with this. Powerful stuff. But remember, it's not just hitting things. It's not just tearing bark off trees for your claw style, or hitting or chopping, punching trees, or rocks, or stone, or pellets, or whatever, water. It's not just that. We have to condition our bodies with holding on our tips, push-ups on the fists. Now, I was at the gym not too long ago, and I heard an instructor of CrossFit talking about all the push-ups that they do. And he was demonstrating, and he called out, and on the fingertips. Now, nothing against CrossFit. Nothing against the Marines, I saw this there too, but none of them are on their tips. CrossFit, Special Forces, Army, Ranger, Marine Corps, SEALs, whatever. Anytime I've ever seen them doing push-ups on what they're claiming their tips, they're not. They're on their pads, okay? You're not going to develop any puncturing power working on your pads. Getting on the actual tips, try it. It's not near as easy as it sounds. So you're not gonna brush through 20 push-ups on your pads and say tips and be accurate. You're either on your tips or you're not. All right. So we appreciate you watching this basic video on conditioning and what it takes to get through some of these extreme goals. Now, the last thing I want to say is if you guys have questions, feel free to email me at centerfist@hotmail.com, okay? However, if you're just gonna blow me up with all of this extra praise, I don't appreciate that. This is time you could be training. It wastes my time to read it, and it wastes your time to send it, okay? I am Sifu less, not master less, not monster less, not father less. I get these names and I get these emails with all these emotional exclamation points, etc., etc. You know who you are. Knock it off. Get some therapy. All right. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to let me know. Now you know the 411 on that. Okay. We'll see you next time. Train carefully and responsibly. Sifu Les Clements out.